Well, the important thing with that, right, is that the way you're saying it is yeah, that's each person's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like that's why it's significant at the end when it tells you that these are 40 questions asked by our Prophet WD before answered by Honorable Elijah Muhammad, one of the lost and found. It's telling you that these are the people that authored this. You know what I'm saying? So that got something to do with what's written right there. So like you said, if you ask the same questions to a Christian, right, then yeah, you would answer his own self as a righteous Christian. You know what I'm saying? If you ask the same question to a Buddhist or a Hindu person, they would tell you, yeah, his own self is righteous that, righteous this. You see what I'm saying? What? I'm trying to say complicated. Questions. As soon as I get this started up, so I just came in. Ain't math. Wait, are we even on? Yeah, I think they can hear us. But King Math, a brother came up here from out there in LA over the weekend. No, was it the weekend? No, it was Thursday. Brother came up here with he had like 40 he had like 40 youths with him. I'm waiting for this to but yeah, he had like 40 kids with him from Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? And they came out here. I think it was a regular school like field trip. So, and the stops that they was making, they end up stopping at Harlem. You know what I mean? So, you know, can bring them this close and not bring them to the, you know what I'm saying? So, he ended up bringing them over here. You know what I'm saying? And that's some high power stuff right there. Yeah. You know. Uh, what's that? Let's see, 30 days in September. Yeah. So no, that's wisdom build is destroyed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to the brother. The brother's name was Jamie. And we got the young guy in the building too over here. Young guy just turned knowledge today. So we was in here building. And
Knowledge is important. Knowledge is self. Just like you said before, you righteous God. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, so yeah, so Truth Rules, peace from Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's what's going on out there in Grand Rapids? Mr. Green one. Since one is primary and two is secondary, why are our smallest measurement of time referred to as seconds? Hmm. Well,
Yeah. All right.
you know, the second, I don't know if that's the primary, is that the primary measurement that we're taking? You know, the primary measurement, I would say, is the hour. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell me how much seconds it is, but unless we running a 100-yard dash, the seconds is not as important as the hour. You know what I'm saying? Like if something is the God hour, you know, you know that's more like if I tell you, yo, something is gonna happen at 20 seconds.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Or if I say, look, something's gonna happen at 36, you know, something's gonna happen at 36 minutes. But if I say something's gonna happen at the God hour, you know what I'm saying? You know what that is. So, you know, in terms of that trick question that you just asked, I just gave you a trick answer. But other than that, yeah, we can look it up. You know what I'm saying?
You're speaking about an hour, it's like it's more like miles per hour.
Yeah, the builder's table. All right. Gold professor. All right. Gold professor has been in here before. I was about to say welcome to the channel, but you came back. What's the deal? I got sincere. Um, he says seconds equal to all of those. How you mean? You don't get hours and days without seconds. Um, but see, seconds is fairly new in terms of you know, you got sundials, you got hourglasses, you know, shadows, you know, in terms of telling time, right? Seconds is gonna be relatively new in comparison to the other measurements. You know, uh, if you ever saw like a old person watch, like somebody that was born before like 1940, they might don't got it. They watch might only got 12, 3, 6, and 9 on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of things that's like in this new technological world, you know, people, you know, yeah, you can isolate things down to the nanoseconds and all of this. And, you know, we got some scientific way where this is better. You know what I'm saying? But you know, generally speaking, that's newer. Uh relative to the hours and the minutes and time. District 120.
Like back in the days, they didn't worry about seconds and minutes.
Yeah, a
They
lot of
worried
things.
about the hours.
Yeah, like even look when you see the oven and the shit is 375 and all of that. Back in the days, dudes had fire.
Hmm.
So you're not doing you know 375. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things, we was born into that technological world where they feel like, look, we got a little technology for whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? But that's one of the things that's happening, right? That's why it's technology in a way because uh you got this whole system that you're using to do things, right? In a technological way, everything is supposed to be advanced, but the people is not coming out better.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like right now, they got people that go to college and get a degree in education, right? And it's more people like that than it has ever been in the history of the world. But education is not better than it's ever been in the history of the world. You see what I'm saying? So, sometimes we could fool ourselves with our modern technology. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the people that give us the technology say something, right? Like the people give us the technology and say, uh, like, see, I could be fooled, right? Because I'm thinking that the technology is enabling me to do all this teaching. You see what I'm saying? Because you got the cell phone or you got the YouTube or whatever, but you ain't really doing that. You see what I'm saying? Is the people you producing, is they any better than the other people? You know what I'm saying? Is 1,000 of those people worth one person that is right here that know how to walk the talk? You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes, we get caught up in and that's not to say that things don't advance. You know what I mean? But, sometimes we got to weigh and judge because, when you deal with change, it's going to be give and take. It's going to be positive and negative. You know what I mean? Like if you go to work and shit, right? You got to go to work in order to feed him, right? But then at the same time, that's taken away from time you got to spend with him.
Yep.
You understand what I mean? But you got to weigh it and judge it and say, you know what? I make it up after work. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but we gotta do what we gotta do. You understand what I'm saying? So
Do you think technology has an effect on people more so to the negative side than positive?
um see with a lot of things, I don't think it's not the technology. You know what I'm saying? It's not the it's not the thing, it's the people. You know what I'm saying? So, you could have a bus, right? And you can transport nuclear bombs or you can transport kids. You understand what I'm saying? It's not per se, the technology is inanimate. You know what I mean? The only purpose the technology can have is whatever the purpose the person give to it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get your driver's license, right? One of the first things it tells you in the book is that a car is a dangerous weapon, right? But you ain't, until you really get there, you don't really think of it like that. You know what I mean? That a car or like, one thing is always a test, right? If you give, if you give, uh, a couple young brothers, right? If you give them a cane, right? And this is something that I since I was a kid, this was a game that we played, right? Where we give somebody a cane and then see what they do with it.
Hmm.
Like some people, they get the cane, right? And they just lean on it. right? And then some people get the cane and automatically they a pimp. You know what I'm saying? They got the cane like this. You know, some people get the cane and the first thing they do, they pick it up like this and swing it. You understand what I'm saying? So see, it's not the cane.
It's the person that you do with it.
You understand?
See, but the thing is that a lot of people be following. There's a
Yeah,
lot of following right now going on.
yeah,
Through
that's
social media.
it's because they got people's minds controlled. That's what I'm saying. When everybody's doing the same thing, right? You know, it stunts the development of your education and your creativity. You know what I'm saying? So right now, like in New York, right, we used to have specific stores that was New York stores that you never saw anywhere else in America. See, there's a certain science to that shit with stores where when you go in Target, right, every Target is made pretty much the same. Every Walmart, every McDonald's, it's all pretty much the same, right? The stuff that they got in there, the layout, where the register is, the uniforms that the people got on. You see what I'm saying? And so each place becomes the same. You know what I mean? Like if you on the highway, you get off the highway, you pull into the same strip mall every time now. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same, 5 or 6 stores or whatever. It might be a little variation, but generally speaking, so if this is all that people been exposed to, right? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, people don't even play outside where you can see various things happen. You know what I'm saying? If you just stuck to the screen and you playing the video games, right? Then you within the confines of those people, whoever made that game, whoever programmed that game, you inside the confines of their imagination the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It's not like back in the days you had to use your creative power. Like, look, we're gonna go over there to the tree and shit, right? And then it's a limb that fell, and we're gonna take some branches off of that limb, and then we're gonna sword fight. These are swords, these are lightsabers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? See, we had to use our imagination and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when I was a kid, we had to I go to my cousin's house and I had to make sure that everything he had to do was ready so we could go outside.
Right.
Then from outside, then we travel the land, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do our own thing, figure things out.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Problem solving and all of this stuff
Yeah.
like that, you don't really got to develop because everything is on the game. So, you know what I mean? You just look on the website and they tell you what the code is to get past that. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, all of those different things, you know what I'm saying? Even, being outside, knowing how to be on point and all of that type of, none of that stuff don't develop in the people. So then that make it easier for everything to become kind of cookie cutter. Like, you like even every place ain't had the same wrestling. Like the WWF wasn't all over America. You know what I'm saying? You had the NWA, you had all different type of who was over there in Tennessee and in Nashville over there, they had another different, you see what I'm saying? But just saying that, so everybody's constantly be getting exposed to different things. So it's not just the things you getting exposed to, but now when I meet you, the way that mixes together, right? Now that creates even something even more unique. Instead of like now when I meet you, you might be from the West Coast, I might be from the East Coast, but we still did all the same things. You understand what I mean? Like I said, back in the days, it was a time when the beat could come on. Like in the first 5 seconds the beat is on, I know where this person is from.
I know if they from down south, I know if they from the West Coast, I know if they from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could look at their video without no sound. And within 30 seconds, I could tell you if these people was from the East Coast, if they was from down south, they was got their khakis on, they from the West Coast, jerry curls, you know, all the various signs that you can tell, like, oh yeah, that person's from over there. Now, you know, none of that exists. So, you know, it's kind of impossible for everybody to be on one page, right? Like that, you know, all over the country, people that never met each other without there being some plan, you know, without there being some plan or somebody who's in control of this one thing that everybody's into. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, then you gotta ask yourself, who's that puppet master? You said, the world is yours. Said, without knowledge, you savage. Due to knowledge and move and wisdom to born and understanding. Now, look, there's some fine lines there. You know, I understand what you're saying. The world is yours, but look, there's also uncivilized. See, uh, uncivilized means a person never had the knowledge, whereas savage means a person who had the knowledge and strayed away from it and is now living a beast life.
I got a question about that. I mean, because I'm reading the true history of the 5%. People that was there, brothers that was there at that time from the firstborns.
Mhm.
And I can't remember who was when I said this, but Allah mentioned, you know, in the knowledge builds degree, what is the duty of a civilized person?
Mhm.
To teach you a savage civilization, righteousness, and knowledge of himself and the signs of everything life, which is love, peace, and happiness. Now, Allah says the uncivilized people
Mhm.
teach the uncivilized civilization.
Mhm.
So, not saying, you know what I mean, like, do we change that to uncivilized or just keep it as savage on that degree?
See, we supposed to be teaching the world. You know what I'm saying? Certain people we supposed to be focusing on, but everybody in the world is supposed to be being taught because you know, how else do we be successful in what we're doing? You know, now there's a difference in everybody. You can't get them to the fullest equality. So what I mean by that, right, is you know, when you go to work, right, it's a certain amount of teaching you got to do. Now, you might not be down there trying to get everybody to study mathematics, but it's certain things where you like, all right, look, when you got that hand, go over there, don't eat by me. You see what I'm saying? You got to do a certain amount of teaching. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what. So the whole world has got to know because we got to interact with all these people. And some people is going to know just to the level that you came on the street right here, and this is a lot of justice in the 5% as well. You understand what I mean? And that's how much they'll know. Oh, those brothers right here, they this is how they get done. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the first of all, you know, even when you're dealing with the potential, you know, the people with the most potential to grasp what you're saying and the people with the most potential to do something with what you're teaching them is the babies. You understand what I'm saying? So,
So I see that what you're saying. I mean, because like you said, um, uncivilized is a person that didn't have knowledge, and then a savage is a person who had the knowledge and lost it.
Yeah. Now, see, the savage, right? They really more responsible for themselves.
Mhm.
You see what I mean? Meaning that, uh, you know, you know what's right. See, a lot of people that that they go savage, they like to pretend that they didn't know what was right. But in reality, you knew what was right. You just ain't want to have the discipline to live it out.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And so now you come back and you asking questions as if somebody's going to tell you that it's another easy way with all these passes and shit.
Mhm.
Like you're gonna come here and I'm gonna have a conversation with you, and then you ain't gonna have to know 120. See, I've never met the person that's powerful enough to do that. You understand what I mean? Allah wasn't powerful enough to do that. You see what I'm saying? The person is gonna have to, you know, you gotta rise above 6. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily gotta be uh a whole bunch of trials and tribulations, but it is something you gotta do on your own. You see what I'm saying? Meaning like, see, with the young guy right here, right? Y'all can bring him up to the fullest equality, right? But he still got to take steps on his own. Now, the better you prepare him, right, the easier that step will be. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to if he ain't got no help and he don't even know which direction to step in and shit. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's when you get fucked up. You see what I'm saying? But this is that part. You got complete self-I build Kasim, Edward Green. Yeah, that's a fine line right there too, complete. That I draw in particular myself, right? Between a jungle life and a beast life. See, a jungle life, I had to adapt to my environment, right? And some things, I did some things that now with a high degree of understanding, or if I never was in that element, I might not have reacted like that, right? That's different. You know, you responded to the environment to you became one of the beasts that's from that environment. You understand what I'm saying? You see, like, I've been in the street, I didn't did things, but there was certain things, even in the street, I had certain pride, like certain things, like, yeah, nah, I don't do that. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? I didn't become one of the beasts where it's like,
Crossing that line, like,
yeah, where you did shit where we really got to consider, like, damn, you gonna let him be at 5%? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after that, you sure? You're like, I know, you're supposed to let everything go after the person get the knowledge, but goddamn.
certain things that's like,
Yeah, certain things, you became a beast out there.
mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, in any, given world, right? You know, uh, you could be in it partaking, and then you can become one of the monsters that's dealing with it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, there's a difference for me, you know what I'm saying, between a jungle life and a beast life, man. You know, a beast, the wild beast. That's you feed the babies to wild beasts.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's different from we in the jungle, so we use bow and arrows and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's two different things. You see what I mean? Like if we in the desert and we adapt, right, by riding camels.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? That's a difference than we become a wild animal and shit and we start just doing shit that's like, bro,
It's like giving a baby milk from a sippy cup
yeah,
or not feeding him.
yeah. Like, look, they got these people called a Donner Party. right? And these people they was trying to go to California in like the old days, and then everybody's going west, young man, and all of that. So uh it's some mountains that you gotta cross. You gotta cross going uh through like Nevada and Colorado and all of that, right? To get to California. And those mountains, it's like you supposed to be through that mountain pass by like August or September or something. Because after that, the snow comes, it's impassable, right? So whatever happened with these dudes, they left Oklahoma or wherever they were supposed to leave, they already left late, where they wasn't gonna make it. They end up getting trapped in that pass, right? And they resort to all levels of cannibalism, like eating their own family, eating, they was like, yo, when they got out there, cats was huddled over ugly cat eating them right then. Like whenever they found them, when they was rescued. And the reason why the story survived, that's something that, but one of the things about it is, how savage could, like, would you do that? You know what I'm saying? If you was in that situation, yeah, like, would you, because, everybody would like to think that they more civilized than that, but, that's the question.
That's something that you would have
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
through
that's the question. You see what I mean? So, it's the same thing, some of these environments that we in, like, yeah, it's not the snow, but yeah, we trapped in a situation. You know what I mean? Like you from certain projects or certain blocks in America and shit, you know what I'm saying? And you in the same type of situation where maybe not eating people, digesting them, but you might start doing shit to people and shit. You see what I mean? Because you in that environment and shit, and then you end up losing your mind. Where, some motherfuckers, that went on to do some heinous shit. I remember they were the type of motherfuckers that used to be going to church on weekdays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you used to walk outside with a Bible like on Saturday. The next thing I see him on the news, man, like, whoa, wait, he did what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but see, yeah, you can get in that world and lose your mind. You see what I'm saying? They got people, look, they always telling their story. Whenever somebody's on death row and they start their story out, it's always when, look, they was the nicest little kid, man. Never gave nobody a problem. Nobody don't know where they went wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's they got in that environment. You know what I'm saying? I seen this dude, he was he went to jail for some type of scamming, like writing bad checks, right? But he ends up getting caught up in this riot, right? And they asked him, they was like, yeah, but you just was in there for like your time was short while you was rioting. He was like, yeah, my time was short, but they had me on people. I was in the house with people with death row. So he was like, I just started feeling like their problems was my problem. So when they flipped out, I flipped like he was one of the main people in the whistling. And so from there, they end up shipping him to this other jail. When he gets over there, he's around like Aryan Brotherhood. So he gets over there, gets in the war with the DC blacks with these dudes, right? They end up killing somebody. Now he doing life. He's somewhere over here in New Jersey. They had to ship him out the system because the beef that they started when they did that. But yeah, when they asked him what happened, he was like, yeah, they just kept putting me in these environments with these people. He was like, yeah, he was like, I wasn't really, like I wasn't even racist. But they put me in there with these Aryan Brotherhood dudes, and then I started.
He was like a Baptist.
Yeah. If your mind is not strong,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? If you don't have a plan for your own self, right? Then there's other people that got plans that they need extra people. You see what I'm saying?
It's like raising a child with a village.
Yeah, and they'll just absorb you into their plan. You become a pawn in their plan, right? Because you didn't have no plan. J Star, welcome to the channel. So you said, is the Bible related to the lessons? Well, all these stories are related. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, there's some things that you know, you got Bible verses in the lessons. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that would be fairly clear. You know what I'm saying? And also you got to deal with the science of and you know, hopefully Encyclopedia Brown is not on here because I don't want to deal with the technicalities. But in terms of the original people in America being the you know, the students, these are the people who you trying to get inside their head, right? These people have only been exposed to Christianity. You see what I'm saying? So in order for you to explain things to them, you know, you can't just speak Russian. You know what I mean? You can't just come in and start introducing these foreign concepts. You know what I'm saying? So you know, peace. So you know that's one of the reasons why Christianity is, you know, kind of heavy in the teachings of Father Elijah. You know what I'm saying? You know, but there's also just dealing with the signs that you know, this is one set of stories, right? That we've been getting many perspectives on. You understand what I mean? You know, whether we're talking about Musa or Yakub or Jesus or, you know what I'm saying? This is you know, one group of people and one set of stories. And you know, it's about you know, understanding that and making it walk and talk. You know what I'm saying? But you know, uh no matter which one of those texts that you're dealing with, right? The third dimension, the understanding is the part. You see what I mean? Where the paper is length and width, right? That's two dimensions. But see, we people, we in the third dimension, so you got to give that what's on that paper. You got to give it some depth. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna be able to walk in and tuck it. So you know, it's you know, the key part is the mathematics and the alphabet.
Yeah, there's many things to understand, like even when you're talking about the Bible and all that, you know what I'm saying? And Jesus speaking the way he's speaking at that time, the way it's written there, you know what I'm saying? It's really just because he's speaking about the Son of Man. You know what I mean? Like he was, I mean, the way I see that is he was dealing with that reality. It's just that he couldn't expose it at the time because, I mean, that's way I'm seeing it. Because he would have got killed right from the birth. before,
Well,
see, it's not like nowadays you say, nah, I'm God. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
Because, things that the law did, I mean, to bring this knowledge. But at that time, it was like, you say that, you blasphemy, you know what I'm saying?
See, you gotta remember now in the Bible, it's a lot of savages
Mhm.
as opposed to uncivilized people, right? You know, Adam was told what to do and what not to do. You see what I'm saying? You know, in the time of Noah, these people was rebellious. You know what I'm saying? All these various people with people that ain't do whatever they were supposed to do as a part of whatever covenant they were supposed to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? So you know, yeah, he's coming in general with a lot of fire and brimstone. But you know, that's different different that's different religions really. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, right? Uh uh I think it's the Catholics, right? In the Catholics, you don't hardly never see the grown man Jesus. So he's the baby Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And other like the Protestants, you don't really see, you see more the fire and brimstone Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the Jesus that come through and feed everybody with fish, and then you got the Jesus that leave out the temple with blood on his robes. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, you know, some of that is the nature of the origins of these stories, right? Where you know, both ways, right, is ways to reform things. You know what I'm saying? You know, to come through and treat the people nice, you know what I'm saying? Feed everybody a fish, get them to convert, you know what I mean? Or, you know, when motherfuckers is doing wrong, you come in the temple slapping people around and flipping over tables. You see what I'm saying? Uh, and sometimes what you have is various people who is reformers, right? And they had different methods about how they went about reform. But then when the story gets told hundreds or thousands of years later, these people get rolled into one person that have both characteristics. You see what I'm saying? So that's just the nature of how a lot of them stories is put together. So you know, you kind of like with Jesus is you kind of got to do that. You got to look at, okay, who is he talking to at various times? You know what I'm saying? You know, in some places he's talking to people. He's like, nah, I know who you are. Stay away from me. Yes, you know what I mean. In other places he's telling people, look, come to my father's house. I got everything. Everything is good. You see what I'm saying? Shams Al Rajul. You know, that's actually that's actually one of the best names. That's one of the best names that I heard in a while. But Shams Al Rajul, what you been up to? For those that don't know, this is the wordsmith right here. You know, he's been on hiatus for a couple months. Hopefully you've balanced out. The bar, what's the deal?
We'll start heading out, Jay.
All right, no doubt. Hold on for a second. You hit the guy, don't listen. Don't spend all this on women. That's no. All right. See you at the rally. Peace.
We go.
Peace.
Let's see if our rains come through. class. I can't come Saturdays because he's going to martial arts.
All right.
Yeah, he's going martial arts, so Saturdays I can't come to the school, so I'm gonna see you go out the weekdays, but then you have to fix up so I can come through.
All right, no doubt.
All right, peace.
Peace. Peace.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, the young guy right there. Yeah,
Any more
I
questions?
watched the guy grow up really, man. I see the guy today, man. He about to have hair on his face. You know, they actually was amongst the first.
Like him.
Yeah.
Biggie boy, we have any more cups available?
Nah, I was just thinking that yesterday. Yeah, 'cause
Like that? No. We'll start with martial arts.
all right.
If you hear. No.
Don't tell harmony equality. That we over here drinking lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. Yeah, Park, that's good water. But J Star, she's where you from, J Star? Yeah, understanding in the building. You know, we've had some understandings. I don't know if you're a regular, but if not, welcome to the channel to you and J Star.
Praise God.
Peace, Mike. Hey, look, I got a question. Okay. Divine reality. But look, I got a question. Right? How many people went to the rally? How many people went to the rally? The last rally, wherever you at. Like, of course, if you're in New York, you know where the time and place is, right? But in terms of wherever you at, uh, did you attend the last rally? True self and divine reality came in. Shouts out to y'all. So Self Our Bill said he attended. What about everyone else? He just had a parliament in Cipher Born. See, let me tell you something about the parliament. You just Cipher Born got away. Now look, there's things that, you know, things you gotta do, right? You gotta save yourself before you can save others. You know what I'm saying? But it's something about the rally, G. It's something about ciphers. Like, see, when you see the military and they march in those, parades and formations and all of that, that look a certain kind of way. And see, if you just see a plane flying in the sky, right? Yeah, you assume that the pilot know what he's doing. But when you see them Air Force jets in formation and they be rolling in unison and all of that, it's something to that, man. Well, they mean business. So see, in that time when, that was every Sunday. Like, say we come into the rally, right? Depending, some months it's like that. Y'all gotta handle some, so I'm gonna meet y'all there. But a lot of months, we meet up at a certain place. Like, yo, we all meeting here at this time. So by the time we get on the train, we headed to the rally, we might be 30, 40 deep, 50 deep. And we get off the train on 125th Street, right? When we get out of this car, we didn't even know that in the car, right, the next car, there was another 30, 40, 50 guys in there. And then there might be 4 or 5 cars on the train like that, to where when y'all get off, when y'all walk into the train station, look, and then we didn't mention the brothers coming from the other direction. They train stop. And now they come up now, we all meet up on the corner, we all coming to the rally, right? When we coming from 7th Avenue, we see a whole other 100 brothers that's coming from 8th Avenue. They took the other train. You know, people got to see that. People see that. Like, yo, where's all these young kids going? When people see, 30 or 40, children, you don't say that, but you see them standing in the cipher, right? And building in turn and in order, let alone what they dropping. You might don't even understand what they saying. But see, when you see that, they mean business. It's something, what's that about? People want to see what that's about. So, those is some of the things that everybody got control over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come into the knowledge and, certain things, you like, yo, this has been going on before I got here. Especially you first get the knowledge, the older brothers, they're gonna handle things. But they could deal with the administration of certain things. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they can't have a strong mind and a weak body. You know what I'm saying? And by body, I mean, the nation. I mean the you know, physical manifestations, you know what I'm saying, the actual, you know, labor in the trenches, right, has to be done by everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't want people to get caught up, not saying that you are, right? But I said that on here before, and I don't want people to get caught up in thinking that you know, was something different about that time or something different about those people.
There you
Peace.
go. I want to see if you want to take a reflection on him first. Agree there?
Yes.
Please. I'm gonna put this in good. Have this.
Right now. Peace. That's my man right there. He was one of the first people. I remember the first time I met him, and I'm come to the rally, so I see his pops. You know, pops said peace. I was just meeting both of them. So we was talking for a second, and then his pops says to him, "Say, yo, man, you know who this is, right?" So he, you know, he was kind of, you know, little kids. He, you know, he probably was maybe like 7 or 8 at that time. So he's like in his world. And then he told him, he was like, yo, this the brother right here from YouTube. And you should see how his face lit up, man. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I always rock with him whenever I see him. You know, we always build on lessons. You know, the thing now is see, he know lessons now. You know, he on his 110. We just went through that today. You know what I'm saying? But you know, getting back to what I was saying in terms of, you know, don't be thinking that it was something, you know, that it wasn't the calendar didn't decide you know, how and what this is. You know, we decided how and what this is, and you know, whatever time we was in, that was just the environment. You know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't the time, and you know, listen, the people, yeah, it was something special about them. They walked with Allah. You see, if Allah is in us, man, then look, we all walk with Allah too. And we dealt with degrees of growth and development from that time to this time. You know what I'm saying? You know, the people that was around, you gotta think, the oldest brother that I know about is a brother named Beneficial. He like Bill Understanding. And it's Arif and Born God. They like Bill Wisdom, Bill Knowledge, Bill Wisdom. All of them like Bill Knowledge, Bill Wisdom, Bill Understanding. You know what I'm saying? Now, Beneficial, I know him, but I ain't never asked him about that particular cipher. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Born God got the knowledge in the 70s. So he done walked with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Arif was around a lot. Uh, but saying that to say that, you know, even Arif was like what, 26, 27 when Allah returned to the essence. You know what I'm saying? See, don't leave that part out when people say the babies is the greatest. You know, a lot of things that was going on, you know what I'm saying? Like even in the 60s, as far as the civil rights, you know what I'm saying? Even look, the Black Panthers, all they were students. So yeah, it'd be wise masters that might be in the leadership or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Wise masters might have a lot to do with you know, decision making you know, on certain things, a certain guidance, right? Counsel and all of that, you know, but when you look out there on the front lines, man, you know, who's doing what's what, man, it be young people. So, you know, you got a lot of people that, you know, you sit back, right? And yeah, there's certain things that you got to deal with growth and development, right? Before you try to tackle that issue, right? You need more growth and development, more knowledge, more understanding yourself. But there's some things that's inside your power from day one. See what I'm saying? You know, knowing your lessons, building, you know, wherever you at, you know, to whatever degrees that you know what I'm saying, being a brother or a sister to your brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? You know, going to the rallies, these types of things is inside your power from day one. You know what I'm saying? And you know, people are not stupid. You know, the first law of nature is self-preservation, right? So you know, people not gonna want to be a part of nothing where they don't, you know, you know, how I'm gonna save myself with that. And there's no way for them to know uh unless they see us out there excelling at various things. You know what I'm saying? You know, if there was something, you know, about, you know, the rap era and a lot of the people who you know, was influenced by that and came into the knowledge, you know, one of the things you was influenced by was that brothers was shining. You know, brothers was at the pinnacle. All of that is aspects that you know, you don't hear as much, but that was strong parts of the teaching, you know, when I got the knowledge was that you know, whatever you do, right? Whatever you do, you gotta be the best. So see, like, you know, when you see the older guys and they always dress super sharp, you know, like they got the extra, you know, like regular they wear a suit, you know. Now the guy got the hat, the motherfucker, you know, the top hat and everything. You see what I'm saying? You know, because we were supposed to be being the best. So that you know, people could see the value of the knowledge and wisdom. You know, people could see us getting the best part. You see what I'm saying? You know, see, people want to rock with the devil because they see the devil getting the best part that Yakub promised them. You know, whether it's illusion, whether it's limited, whatever I'm saying to the naked eye, right? You can look and see them, you know, getting what their father said they was going to get. You know, so you know, you know, these things that I'm talking about, these is as close as you can get to, you know, a participation trophy in the nation. You know what I'm saying? Like another strong teaching that was around when I was coming into the knowledge, right, was that you had to come to 120 rallies. And see, even that right there, when I asked, you come to the rally, right? Wherever you came. Now, look, if you came to 120 rallies, right? Then if you freestyle whatever, that was a little bit more acceptable, let's say. You know what I mean? Or let's say something came up in the nation, right? Uh, where some important decisions was going to be made, right? The people that was talking in that conversation, you had to have 120 rallies. You know what I mean? So, for those, we ain't got the mathematician on here, but that's 10 years. You know, there's a rally every month, 12 months in a year. That's 10 years of rallies. He said, I haven't been to a universal parliament since leaving Michigan. Don't know if they have a universal parliament where I am. See, that's what I'm saying, is that, and I'm not condemning you, but I'm saying that we got to look at that now, man, is that, remember Rick Pitino? Umala is not walking through that door. Dumar YD, Saheem, Jakeem, First Word, none of them is walking through that door right now. This the team we got right now. You know what I'm saying? Now look, we said we got. So, shouldn't be no drop off. But at the end of the day, you know, the body can't go past 6, you know what I'm saying? The brothers is here forever, you know what I'm saying? You know, because what they did, it showed and proved. But in this day and time, they not here to save us. You see what I mean? So uh that's how we used to speak when they was around. Like, yo, what's going on with the rally? Yeah, yo, yeah, Umar, whatever. I didn't know what was going on with it. I just showed up and I saw the people that would get up in front of the rally and bill about how much it costs to rent the space. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, uh, plans that had to be made, like, the show and prove is coming. So, what they, I saw the people who was doing that, but I wasn't never in those conversations where they was deciding that. You know what I'm saying? As I shouldn't have been. I was knowledge power. But ain't nobody having that conversation if we not having it now. You see what I'm saying? It's yeah, it's not sad. It's just life itself. You know what I'm saying? And you might don't realize because see this the nature of the internet. But see the knowledge is fly or die. It's sink or swim. You see what I'm saying? You know, you can hide behind a computer screen and you can comment if you want to comment or don't comment if you don't want to comment. You see what I'm saying? But for me, see, I was pushed out there, look, you we heard you talking shit over here. You gotta go out there. And you know, these things is you know, important in terms of building a nation. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, you know, a lot of things that people, you know, people be like, yo, you know, they want to get this like it was back in the days or that like it was back in the days. You know, it's easy. You just got to do what we was doing back in the days. It's not no time that's going to pass. It's not no hip hop record that's going to get made. It's not nobody that's going to come back or drop out the sky or none of that. It's just a matter of, you know, people dealing with the signs. See, like the young guy right there, he don't know the difference between now and back in the days. All he know is when he see me, we always build. You see someone else would be, yeah, see, it ain't like back in the day. We talking about you ain't like back in the days. You know, in any other world, that would be obvious. You know, that if we want some type of outcome, right, that, you know, we should look at the things people did to affect that outcome, right? And, you know, adapt that to our time and environment. Well, not sis, I remember the guys from Now Justice used to have bus rides to the rallies. I recall that, you know, and in that time, uh, you know, there was a minute there that because of those buses, uh, New Jersey became one of the largest factions. You know, not let me not use that word. That's the wrong word because we don't have factions. But they became one of the largest groups of brothers uh, that was at the rallies, like different places. Like I remember Far Rock had an era, you know, where it was like every other person in the rally was from Far Rock. You know, Jersey had their time like that. Uh, but yeah, I recall that. You know, in fact, uh, during that time, I was doing security on the door, like when you came into the rally. And I just remember like, yo, you know, like a couple of hundred brothers showed up all of a sudden. You know, we had to get all of them inside, but yeah, I do recall that. What was that like 91, 92, something like that? Is this self build? I think I missed something here. You said some of those brothers people attracted to were not necessarily successful or well off. They gave the impression of such things. The fool and his money shall depart. See, I was talking for a while, so you gotta clarify that. I ain't sure which some of which brothers. The knowledge supersedes all things. You learn to be a good steward of what you possess, placing first things first, leaving an indelible mark on other areas of your life as a result. Divine understanding said it is the hereafter now. Yeah. Like we all in, that's what I'm saying. See, look, it could be getting away from people, man. Like I'm talking about the history, when you deal with the history, right? It's easy for some things to remain concrete, right? Because the people is here. They see the wildest shit that I hear about me comes from people that don't know me. And so, everything I did that was bad, it gets a little bit worse in the telling of the story for these people that don't know me. Everything that I did good, it gets a little bit better in the telling of these stories of these people that don't know me. And see, at one time, it was like a couple of brothers that wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like, you know, you come into the knowledge now, and a lot of all these names that you hear, the names of this person, names of that person, you know what I'm saying? You heard those names, but you never met that person. And so the stories about them, you know what I'm saying, start to become, we start playing, we at the telephone stage. We at the telephone stage where, cats will tell these stories and shit, and you know, that's not what happened. But that's what this person thought he heard that person thought he heard that person say. But nah, man, we all here in the hereafter. See, we could never do what they did because they already did it. But we all got the opportunity, right, to, you know, go somewhere in this world where people need the knowledge, right? And not be afraid to teach it. We all got the power to do that. So see, no big eyes and little U's. That counts in all ways. See, what that means is that we can't look at the people who was here in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, whatever time they was here, right? And then it's like, well, they're big U's and we're little I's. Like they had some type of power. They was made out of some type of stuff that we not made out of, so we can't do the stuff that they was doing. See, that's when people got shot for nothing. When you start thinking like that. So like I said, there's no necessarily participation trophies. Uh, but there's uh a reality to what a nation is, and the kind of nation that we are, you know, like here we in America, most of us, we don't really, we doing our thing. And then there's X amount of people that's designated that they work in the government. Right. And then we kind of counting on those people to be on top of whatever it is. And we don't pay attention until they fuck up. But with the nation, you know, it's each one. We don't have a particular group of people that we should be dependent on to do things, to do everything. Because then we being religious. We being religious to even think they can do everything without any assistance from us. But all I can tell you, right? And I gotta stop saying that. All I can tell you, been on here talking an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna say all I can tell you. See, that's the type of ignorant shit right there. That's but seriously though, G, this ain't TV. It's not TV. It's not like see on TV, right? You watching TV and the one channel, the show go off, right? And then you just sit on the couch and then the next show come on. But see, with this, you know, when my show is over, you gotta suit up. You were on next. There ain't no next act that's gonna come up. The act is us. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like I said, everybody got things to do. But there's some basic things that we gotta stand up and be counted. You know what I'm saying? Various times, I know we got a couple of brothers that listen to this that they was involved with that court case, with the brothers in the penitentiary where they was under a lot of restrictions, you know what I'm saying? Because the nation was being looked at as a gang. You know what I'm saying? But they had to, put all their energy together, in order to be successful at that. Other things that we need to accomplish, uh, we got to do it in that same way, but it starts with people standing up and being counted. Like people had to involve their case with it. You got to sign whatever. You got to, what I'm saying, in order to make that happen. You see what I'm saying? The street sign, that's what I'm saying. We ain't talking about you got to go fight or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to go, ride on somebody, slide on somebody. I'm just saying that it's times where you got to stand up and be counted. I remember they tried to auction off the school one time. They tried a few times, but this particular time, it was like 94, 95. And we had to go down to City Hall. You know what I mean? And we got down there and You know, they was procrastinating if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But in New York, basically between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, all the courts close and they go to lunch. So at like 12:30, 12:40 or something, right? They was like, okay, boom, we about to let y'all speak, whatever, right? But we filled it up. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of us, you know. So uh they let Dumar speak. Right? Listen, don't ask me why they didn't know, but they let Dumar speak, right? So Dumar spoke, and then that was the deal. It was Dumar was supposed to speak before lunch, and then when we came back from lunch, right? All of us were supposed to speak, but we supposed to get like a designated like 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever because it was so many people. And they went to lunch, and when they came back off lunch, they was like, "Nah, we just took it off the auction. Like we took it off. You ain't got shit." But it was because we stood up and was counting. You see what I'm saying? The street sign. You know, we had to go to the city, the city council meeting, the board meeting down there. You know, most of us ain't speak. You know, a handful of us spoke, but uh, you know, we 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 stood up and was counting. You know, when they saw that much people, you know, was involved with it. You know, it was dude. He made that comment to me at a different time. You know, where he was like, "Yo, you know, that was the biggest community board meeting we ever had. You know, at least in this district here. You know, in modern times where those people could remember. You know, and not for nothing, they mentioned that too. That yo, you know, y'all got to stand up and be counted for some other shit that be happening too. Like there's other things that go on in Harlem. You know, just so you know, y'all gotta care about more than y'all corner. You know, and that's the history. That's how law works. You see what I mean? So you know, they're not being ridiculous. You know, and I'm just saying that uh that's how that worked on those occasions. You know what I'm saying? But it also worked on the everyday, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, you couldn't come to school without seeing those 40 kids that, you know, that's what they do every day. Like, what's going on with them? Yeah, no, leave them alone. They go over there every day and talk some stuff. Don't nobody understand what it is. You know, but okay, some people is gonna just look the other way, but some people is gonna be curious, like, wait, what do you mean they do this every day? And what are they talking about? You know, this is the way people uh, you know, they see what you're doing, you know what I mean? And they can visualize how that can be beneficial in their life, you know what I'm saying? You know, or how that might put them in a position to shine how they want to shine. You see, the same way they look and they see somebody doing negativity, but if they think that, yo, well, you know, they doing negativity, but they got money and they got things that I want, you understand what I mean? So I'm gonna be attracted to that because I you know, what I think I can get out of that way of life and see what's we've allowed to happen is motherfuckers that's just imitating us, you know, the cosplay motherfuckers is able to show more best part. See, like Jay-Z wear the flag, and then it's interest in the flag because you got money, not because of nothing you doing, not because of nothing you saying, not because of nothing you built on, not because of nobody you teaching, but because we can look and see the fruits of your labor, right? Then people want to be interested in, okay, what was that labor about? What was the origin of that labor? What informed that labor? If it had something to do with that flag, right? Then we want to be involved. You know, even just the regular mainstream people. Yo, what's that Jay-Z's dealing with? Yo, do that have anything to do with all that money he got? Yo, let's do a news story on it. And if you remember, that was one of the things, the hip hop world, when those first brothers, the Rakims, et cetera, when they was getting to the top of the game, and people was like, yo, how you get there, how you get this lingo, how you get that vocabulary and all of that. They was saying, yo, I'm a part of the 5%, and we deal with education and scholarly endeavors. So, this manifesting words is nothing to us. Said, can I speak on a wise master again? I mean, but y'all see what you said, Lord, and I said that was 91 to 93. Yeah, I recall. Yeah, I recall that time well. You know what I'm saying? There's some brothers that was coming out then that you haven't seen them as much since the buses. Like I remember a lot of brothers from Lakewood, a lot of brothers from Trenton, um, with certain places. Uh See now Asbury Park had always been coming out to the rally. At least I had always been seeing people from Asbury Park, a little bit of Newark, uh, Patterson. You had some, but all of that's right there. Over the bridge, so they was always coming through. But yeah, I definitely recall that. Queen know her. Okay, Complete said on April 22nd to the 24th, we will take the children to Cherokee Ruby and Sapphire Mine, $35 per at the door, no group breaks. Be there at 10 o'clock. Yeah, those is the things, I guess, because we back at that type of era, where the kids, you just gotta get them out of uh these situations, it may not be the block situations, but the stuff, stuck to the computer screen and having your reality uh totally dictated and distorted, especially going outside somewhere like that, uh to the ruby and sapphire mines, you know what I'm saying? Even it's gonna be some science involved with that and how the rubies and sapphires got there. It opens up so much stuff, when you're doing stuff like that, as opposed to uh, video games and stuff. Oh, Lord, not see you from Ocean County? Hey, listen. Yeah, I used to be out there at the what's that, the Elks Club or some kind of it's not the VFW. It's some kind of Elks Lodge or Moose Lodge or something out there. I used to be over there maintaining with the brothers. Well, yeah, if you know about the buses, then yeah, you must know this place. I can't what is it? You know what I'm talking about. They had the bar in there, you play pool and all that. But it is the Elks Club, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I should come out there. What's this here? S. Reese, brother, I think that necklace is causing you too much trouble. Listen, that's a bullpen special right there. But at any rate, you know, it's I hate to be woe is me, but yeah, it's been this month. I've I haven't gotten a lot of rest, man, especially on the weekends, man. You'd be, you know, and then that's what it is, like coming right out of the weekends, then it's Monday and Tuesday that I gotta do. But yeah, we're not gonna have a super long one today, but we got any other questions before we never put a title on this one. Let me just, you know what? I'm gonna just put this. We ain't got to get fancy today. How about that? But yeah, we got any other questions before we wind this one down? Oh man. See, I can already tell that I've been doing my workout. I'm in the summertime. Right now I'm in the summer swing. I've adjusted my workout to accomplish what I need to accomplish for the summer. So yeah, between all that. Self-out build, you should listen. That's what I was doing some dips the other day, man. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. I started doing a lot of negatives. And yeah, I'm doing my dips with a particular, like right now, I'm keeping my form as perfect as I can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, push-ups. I did my what's in there this weekend. I ain't gonna front, it was rougher than the other time. I don't know what it was. But I did the 500 in an hour. But I think that's what, because I had did like 100 that morning. And then I did the dips, like I was saying, and that did have me feeling already. And then I don't know what it, I was just, it was already in my mind. So I was like, boom, I did the 500 push-ups, but yeah, that left me pretty much. Yeah, so the online courses we actually got because it's two sets of courses. So both of them are set off now, right? You know what I'm saying? So one of them we have it's about 4 or 5 people that come through for that one, right? The other program we actually getting the opportunity because we know somebody that's a part of the actual program, right? So the goal now is to have the computer room be a part of that program. You know what I'm saying? Like they have various schools, I guess, around the country or around the region or whatever, where that's where they, teach the courses. You know what I'm saying? Um, so we want to try to make this one of those places. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the brother, he got the expertise on his own, as well as the expertise of dealing with that particular organization. So those is the goals that we got with those right now. Other than that, y'all know it's Sean Prue time. So this year, I don't know how many if y'all was looking forward to that, but I'm not on the food detail this year. I'm not the meet and greet, I'm not involved. So this year I still gotta get all my ducks in a row. I haven't spoken to everybody I need to speak to, but in the past we was going to the movies on that Saturday that the picnic is, somewhere around, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. We was going down to the Magic Johnson Theater, you know what I'm saying, with, whatever uh young that we have and whatever chaperones, and we see a movie or two. So that's my detail. That's my detail this year. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who wants to add on, I guess you can hit the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, also if you haven't been doing your duty and you're concerned that you may not be able to make it onto the mothership because of past indiscretions, uh, you can hit the Cash App and put that in the little comment section, and I'll see to it that I highlight Elijah for you and see to it that you get them. But pretty much that's who we at. That's the immediate plans. So I guess that's it. We don't have I mean today was pretty straightforward. I don't know what questions we would have today, you know. Guess we can go ahead and wind this one down. You know, we had a couple new people, couple new names I didn't recognize, you know. Welcome to the channel, hit the subscribe button. You know, everybody else that made it this far, do each one, teach one, hit the like button. What you say? Yeah, I said, I want a window seat. Hey, listen, it's you know, it's 360 windows. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, remember, it's a wheel. So it's windows going straight around. You know, we probably could work that out. That seems very, very doable. You know, but at any rate, you know, tomorrow, we're gonna do our best to make it at 7. You know, either way or same bad time, same bad place. But now I'm gonna sign off and say peace.